definitely, I wouldn't say revealing because it's already known. That's no, it's like the an open secret. You say an open secret. It's one that's out there, and for a fact, like I say
Yeah.
again, I have to applaud you as one of those pioneers, like you rightly said. You're a pioneer in that regard because those were the early years, from the 80s into the 90s. When our communities were still very primitive and very steeped in tradition and cultural norms that didn't allow for a girl to not only break out of that mold, but even for that matter to go into sports and was sports which was not even for us men, sports was still not seen in a very high or very highly regarded. So for you to do what you did and excelled, that sent a message. That sent a great message out there, and I have to say
Right.
thank you very much for what you've done. You had a solid career. You had a very great career. But now you're retired and you're doing great things out there. Um, Once again, I just want to know, and for the audience out there listening, how has life been like since you hung up your spikes?
Wow.
Yes.
Um, Let me reminisce a little bit to a little bit from my active days onto the life after sports. I had, in general, a beautiful life, active life in sports. I enjoyed what I did. I loved what I did. I was given the opportunity through sports to tour the world, meet people from different parts of the world, make friends that money cannot buy. Till today, I still have those strong relationships that I've made over the years. And in the long run, or along the process, I was able to financially be stable for myself, for my immediate family, for my extended family, and flown the flag of my country, Nigeria, at the highest point, which is the Olympics. And in all, I would do it over and over again if given a chance. Now, let's take it forward to life after sports. Right before I retired from sports, say about a year and a half to two, I thought to myself, I am coming to where I will draw my curtain.
Mm-hmm.
I know myself when it's time to get off the stage. I felt it. I already set, like I've always done all through my career, I always set a target, a goal for myself every year. And each of the goals I've set for myself, I've met them all. Thanks to God for that. I told myself I'll be retiring in a couple of years. What is it that I want to do, that I would love to do, that I would be happy to get up every morning and be glad to go do that job? And I couldn't think of anything else other than continue to be self-employed, because I have been self-employed all through my life. And I didn't think I would fit the mold or the structure of working for somebody. So I immediately thought about setting up my own company. So entrepreneurship came to mind, and I thought about the best place to do it would be my country.
Right.
After many years of living in the U.S., going to school, attending college, getting my degree and all that, making a family and all that. I'm very comfortable in the U.S., but hey, the time has come for me to take a step forward on what I could do after my retirement. and immediately I thought about sports clothing line.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know that there is a huge competition in the Nikes and the Adidas, the big brands.
Right.
But that didn't faze me. Why? Because being an athlete that has competed at the Olympic level,
Mm-hmm.
nothing fazes me anymore. I am not a quitter.
Yes.
It's going to be tough. I knew it. I know I can't compete with them yet.
Yes.
But I will give it a shot.
Amen.
I was ready to give it a shot for so many reasons. My brothers and sisters in Africa cannot afford the big brand names.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to create something that is affordable and yet stylish
Mm-hmm.
and comfortable. Having in mind the weather, the
Mm-hmm.
African weather.
Gotcha.
So all that was being thought about when I started my clothing line, Yali Yali,
Right.
a sportswear clothing line called Yali Yali.
Gotcha.
That was my first step into Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
While I was creating that, I also set up my Mirionyale Sports Foundation, Mo Sports.
Mm-hmm.
The foundation is strictly to help talented athletes, especially track and field, be able to be exported to the US
Mm-hmm.
on academic sports scholarship. That I have done also successfully very well. Up to date, I can beat my chest and proudly say I have been instrumental in sending 16 athletes to the US.
Wow.
Since my retirement. Even when I was competing, I was actually doing it, but on a small scale.
Okay.
So, a total of 16 athletes has passed through me to gain admission in the US on scholarship.
Wonderful.
Because I know that is the fastest way of getting him or her and her family out of poverty.
Yes.
And at the same time, get properly educated, because no education, no sound education means your life is hanging in balance.
Yes.
I know the importance of education and sports because I'm a graduate,
Mm-hmm.
and I know what the advantage of me being a graduate and also me being a world-class athlete, that both of them go hand in hand. And after retirement is when you really know the importance of your education. So I made sure during my mentorship program to schools and all that,
Mm-hmm.
which I also do on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a motivational speaker on the side.
Mm-hmm.
When I do those speaking engagements, I tell these kids, you must stay in school. I don't care how fast you run,
Mm-hmm.
or how further you jump, or how further you throw. You will one day retire.
Yes.
Your legs may not carry you anymore, but your brains will be there.
Amen
You
to that.
need it to fall back on. So I do hammer a lot on our athletes, young athletes, about their education. I don't care how fast you run,
Mm-hmm.
you will need the education.
Yes.
So that is what those are the two main areas that drew me back to Nigeria. And while I was here, I also realized that I was more on ground to see what it is that is making our sports take a nosedive. Because
Mm-hmm.
when I was in the US, I wasn't physically available to see what the issues are. I hear here and there complaints here and there, but being on ground and seeing it physically and firsthand opened my eyes to a whole lot of issues.
Mm-hmm.
So I myself and 10 other ex-internationals from different sports, Nigerians,
Mm-hmm.
we met, we discussed this in detail, and then we met. We said, you know what? It's obvious. The government cannot fund sports holistically, completely.
Mm-hmm.
It has never been done anywhere in the world, but Nigerian and Africans Nigeria and Africans are struggling to fund sports through government funding. And it's not going to work.
Not going to work.
Because they are not going to understand it, and they are not going to properly utilize the funds where it's needed.
Yes.
So we said, we've been there and done that in our different sports. Let's come together and help these athletes get to their
goals,
sports goal and dreams.
Right.
Because it's we that have won the shoes that know where it pitches.
Yes.
So we said, okay, since sport is capital intensive, because we know.
Yes.
We need to get on with a fundraising organization that is sports inclined to raise money and pick 90 athletes from 5 different sports. 90 elite athletes that we know that are good, and if given the right opportunity and structure, they can make it to the podium in 2020 Olympics.
Okay.
We started that journey, and the journey has gotten us this far.
Okay. Wow, that's wonderful. It's just jaw dropping, and you caught me off guard there for a bit. Like, okay, this narrative that you given about your life after is so interesting, is so revealing that I was just like, oh man, wow. Okay, now yeah. That's awesome, and congratulations, and thank you so much for being such an inspiration. You know, I've known you for a long time, from way back in the 90s, and you've always been this giving person, and I see you. It's deeply embedded in you as a person, you know. And with that being said, the fund, do you want to elaborate a little bit more besides what is it that you guys are on doing right now as far as trying to raise this funding that you would like to put the audience out there to know about, and if they want to contribute, what they could do towards that?
Yeah, right now, myself and the rest of our team, we are with them backed on a 90 days campaign, a 90 days campaign from September to November ending, to locally within the country, Nigeria, within the country and outside Nigeria, ask 4.4. Nigeria is a total of sometimes we miss the figure. We're more than 200 million. We're more than 200 million Nigerians worldwide.
Yes. Yes.
All we're asking is 200 naira or more, minimum of 200 naira. You can put 200 naira, you can put more, no problem. But the point is, we need to get to 4.5 million Nigeria out of 200 million Nigerians. Please donate 200 naira to our project so that we can, in turn, help these 90 athletes get properly funded and properly trained and prepared to be able to go to Tokyo 2020 and get us a medal. Whatever color of medal, we don't care.
Right.
If they all turn out to be bronze, so be it. So at the end of the campaign, if we hit the target mark, which is going to be a total of 900 million naira, when 4.5 million Nigerians give us this 200, they will total 900 million naira, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of $3 million, according to the exchange rate right now.
Right.
We will be able to take these 90, send these 90 athletes, maybe, not all of them, but majority of them to Tokyo.
Right.
Because we'll give each one of them 10 million naira each to go and properly prepare for Tokyo. And this grant is going to come on a yearly basis. So we're going to do a 2018-2019 season, 10 million.
Right.
And once these funds are